Real estate agent man.
And now your host, Steve Martin Smith.
I want to start adding a little mini market update in our podcast.
I think that's a great idea.
Thanks. Well, people wherever I go, Steve, how's the market doing, right? Everybody always wants to know. Well, of course, how the market's doing depends on what you're trying to accomplish.
Yes.
Right.
And what market you're in.
And what market you're in.
Because there's so many different markets within the real estate market.
Yeah.
Which market do you mean? There's the luxury side. There's the fast, easy 300 underside, which is going to show completely different numbers than the previous one.
The more rare your product is, the better the market is probably going to be for that if it is a product that a lot of people want.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the rare product that nobody wants.
Yeah, then there's those. Okay, so for this little mini market update, let's talk about closed sales in Sarasota County. You and I each have a copy of 2 printouts that I did that shows the last 10 years of closed sales per month in Sarasota County. Look at the blue one. That's for single-family homes. Let's do that first.
All right, looking at the blue one.
Okay, so when you look at that, the bar all the way to the right, that is for June, so just last month. Oh, and I will also, for the listener, I will put these up on our blog page so that people can actually go into the show notes of this podcast and click on that blog, and they can see these charts that you and I are looking at.
Oh, nice.
Cool idea, huh?
You are so kind and thoughtful.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Looking at this, my little note over there on the right, 770 closed sales in Sarasota County in June. Mm-hmm. Now, if all you know is that number, you have no idea if that is a high number or a low number or an average number.
No, we need context.
We need context. And so that's why I have all the last 10 years up there. And so just looking at the bar graph, when you look at that, I feel like that looks like kind of average for the last 10 years. Yeah, and some of the notes that I have on here are one right under where it says 770. That's minus 12% year over year. So it has gone down 12% from June of last year. However, look at the 3 months before what we just had. In fact, 4 months. It constantly went up from where it was. And so we just had 4 months of growth before we had a drop-off.
Yes, it looks like we're headed for a little bit of a drop-off.
Historically speaking, there's a fairly good chance that it's going to be down again in July, right? Of course, we don't know. And when you go back and you look at some of the other months, you can see where, it was down, it went up, and then it went straight down, and then it went up again, right? So these are just all averages, and I don't see a big enough trend in this to be able to, with any level of confidence, suggest what's going to be the result of June.
Anything can happen at any time. Human behavior is unpredictable. And with everything else going on in the world that's also unpredictable, we'll just say that anything can happen.
Yeah, that is very true. Now, that was for single-family homes. This is closed sales for condos. Condos and single-family homes are doing pretty dramatically different in their stats these days. There's a lot of stuff going on with condos that the market,
especially in this area specifically, yes.
Yeah, so it's definitely being affected. It was just about 200 closed sales for condos in June, which is definitely on the low end. In fact, I did some quick math on this, and 74% of the last 120 months have been higher than last month.
Yes, I can actually tell by looking at this chart that that's going to be on the closer to the lower range.
Yes, and I would not expect that number to be jumping up anytime soon. So know that we are still selling houses in this area. When I say we, not just Nicole and I, but people are buying houses. So there are buyers out there, and it's not like they've fallen off. We're fairly average in single-family homes and a little below average in condos.
I think one of the things we also have going for us in this area is that even before everything went crazy with all the relocations all across America that everybody really witnessed,
right.
The redistribution of people, we have always had a fair amount of cash buyers.
Yeah.
Because of the retirement aspect of where we live. Also, a lot of people own businesses here. There's a lot of money in this area and money that comes to this area that I think does help boost those sales more so than in other areas.
As we wrap up another episode of the Real Estate Agent Man podcast, remember to check the show notes for additional resources. We encourage you to reach out to us with your questions and comments. And as always, this podcast is brought to you by Steve Martin Homes Group for your slice of Florida. Visit us at stevemartinhomes.com.
You wanna own a place like the ones you've seen?